While you were sleeping, Republicans voted to not release the Epstein list. I know.
Please welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strada. Thank you so much for all the love and support. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are doing. So I came across this video on my For You, and I thought to share where internet is reacting to the fact that Republicans has actually voted for not to release the Epstein list. This got a lot of people reacting, and Margaret supporters, some of them are not having this the right way. I was able to put up some stage from my brothers and sisters, and I'm just going to roll it as well as other stages I was able to put up here. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
Last night, Republicans voted on Ro Khanna's amendment to release the Epstein files. This will really anger you.
No. Madam Chair, no.
The clerk will report the total.
5 yeas, 7 nays.
So in a minute, I'm going to list all the Republicans who voted no, but I want you to hear what Congresswoman Fox said here.
And I think most of us believe what's appropriate will be released when it is time for the president to release it.
Wrong. Most of us believe that we should know who hurt the children right away, not rely on the president who's actually in the list. So here are the Republicans who voted no. Please share this far and wide. Congressman Virginia Foxx of North Carolina, Congresswoman Michelle Fischbach of Minnesota, Congresswoman Erin Houchen of Indiana, Congressman Nick Langworthy of New York, Congressman Austin Scott of Georgia, and Congressman Morgan Griffith of Virginia. Please make sure this list gets out. Thanks.
While you were sleeping, Republicans voted to not release the Epstein list. I know, shocker. And you can look this up for yourself. I'll also be providing a brief summary right here. There was an amendment introduced into the House Rules Committee. And this amendment was to be added to pre-existing legislation that's up for vote in the next coming days. This amendment, if passed in the committee, would then be taken to the House floor for a vote by all members of the House. It never passed the committee. It never got out of the committee because, and you can look this up for yourself, a roll call was requested at the end of the vote. Republicans voted to not support this amendment. Effectively, Republicans voted to not support the release of the Epstein list. And while I'm not surprised, I'm a bit disappointed, especially given the fact that in recent conversation, there seemed to be some type of bipartisanship or bipartisan push for the release of these files in the pursuit of some type of accountability or truth. Or at least that's what we could hope for. Yet, when you look at the way in which the vote was yet again on party lines to not release these files, it's extremely disappointing. And there's something else that this speaks to, an even bigger issue that I want to point out. I heard a video that said we would not have to wait for the government to release a list if we just believed women. And that is so powerful because it is so true. If as a society we believed women, we wouldn't be waiting for a government and for people who likely are affiliated with this list and with the abhorrent and disgusting things that people on this list did. We wouldn't have to be waiting for them to release it if we just believed women. And that, for me, is the bigger message about all of this. That's the bigger conversation that needs to be had. It's not about a list or a file or a piece of paper with names on it. It's about the fact that as a society, we have been conditioned to normalize not believing women when they come out and speak and when they share their stories. So much so that we now have to wait for a list to see who was involved, as if we don't have recounts and firsthand accounts of what happened from people, from individuals who suffered at the hands of other people whom are in our government right now. If you are someone who continues to want to advocate for what's right and against what is wrong, please help me to build this community of unity by following me on YouTube. The link is in my bio, and bringing awareness to this stuff on every platform that we're on. No matter what the platform is, the purpose remains the same. So please help to join the fight against all of the absolute ridiculousness that's going on in our society right now.
Republicans voted 6-5 to block the Epstein list. I thought the Epstein list never existed. I thought y'all said the FBI said the Epstein list didn't exist. Y'all realize, MAGA, y'all voted for this, right?
Hey guys, looks like MAGA's getting drooped. MAGA getting drooped. That player move. Once he get what he want, you are no longer any use. So guess what? You get dropped. And MAGA's getting dropped. Yeah, they one and only says, not only are you a weakling, but then he upgraded and said, now you're stupid. This is what y'all daddy said. Daddy said y'all stupid. Don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger. It is not AI. It's a Fox interview. And you know y'all love y'all some Fox. So, Daddy said y'all stupid. Daddy said he no longer has any use for you. That if you are still asking about the Epstein files, you are no longer a follower. He has no use for you. Now this the man y'all gave up everything for: family, community, your souls, money, jobs, benefits. Y'all gave up self-respect, morals, your religion. You gave up everything to follow him. And now that he no longer has any use for you, the way he really feels about y'all, which he was telling y'all in a jokingly manner, but there was always this saying that comedians used to say is, every good joke is underlined with the truth. And because he really felt that way he felt about y'all, he turned it into a joke, and y'all laughed at him. Like when he said, I don't care about y'all, I just want your vote. Now don't y'all see? He wasn't joking. When he said, as long as you go vote, then die. Y'all laughed. But look how he willing to allow y'all deaths to come to pass. He admit every word he said. But y'all were looking at him as a comedian, an entertainer. He was not a leader. He was not someone who would have your best interest at heart. He was a con artist, but he had the gift of gab, like Jim Jones. And y'all got caught up in and he mesmerized you, and then he got hypnotic. And he started using those Jedi mind tricks on y'all. But he would say things right to your face, but it was all in how he said it. He always meant it. Y'all just always took it. Oh, he crazy. Trump so crazy. Who crazy now? Trump said you stupid. Biden never called y'all that. I don't think I heard any other. Kamala Harris never called y'all that. But the one y'all gave up everything for is now calling you stupid. You being dropped. MAGA, you getting dropped. I'm just telling you, y'all want, y'all naive on certain levels of being conned or being played. But, coming from my background and coming from where I came from, I saw a lot of players in action, let's just say. I was around a lot of males in my life, and a lot of different varieties. But there were some players in there. And Trump got a lot of their attributes. And on the player side, the ability to get the gab. Yeah, Trump got that, and he got y'all. But now that he no longer needs you, he's calling you stupid, weaklings. And that ain't all. He gonna get even worse. Now, he don't have to sugarcoat it anymore. He has no use for you. He's not running again. If anything, he gonna try to make it to where there aren't any elections, but he don't need you. You have served your purpose. And now you're on the heat just like everybody else that ever came in contact with Donald Trump. You never learned. No one ever learned about dealing with all the people that had those stories that their life was ruined. Their business went belly up because he wouldn't pay them. One woman was telling the story how her father was a construction, he owned a construction company, but it was a small one, and met Donald Trump, and he talked him into taking out a loan to do this project for him, and that the pay he would get would take care of the loan and everything and all, and everything. So the man did it. Trump didn't pay him. The man went bankrupt. He sued Donald Trump. By the time Donald Trump got through playing with him in court, he settled for little or nothing, enough to pay the vendors and the workers that he'd had. And after he paid everybody, the man went home and unalived himself because he came in contact with Donald Trump. But nobody ever heard those stories that needed to hear those stories. Now you're living them. You're living the story everybody else had about Donald Trump that nobody wanted to listen to, at least not MAGA. But now he's telling you to your faces, and it's not a joke. And he's saying it on camera. He's saying it in front of millions. You're stupid. Player. He's dropping that hammer on y'all, baby. Once a player gets what he wants and move on, he has no problem disconnecting, because there were never any real feelings in there anyway. It was always an agenda. It was always a goal. It was something he wanted, and he was willing to say what he had to say to get it. And once he got it and got his feel of it and was able to move on, no problem moving on. He had nothing to disconnect from, because it was all agenda driven. There were no feelings except for on your end. And now you're being drunk. Okay, MAGA. Here comes the hard part. I just want to know, are y'all going to show your ass like y'all did January 6th? Because we saw how y'all show out. And this is a lot worse, because he played y'all. He caused y'all to lose lifelong relationships. And the whole time it was a game. And if you think back over throughout these years, and you hear all this stuff, think back to the stuff Donald Trump has said. Did any of it really, forget the hoopla, did any of it come to pass? Really? Did any of it really? The wall, did it come? Come on, you can name them off one by one. What was it? Always, oh God, what was it? Always, Infrastructure Week every week. The medical pack, the whole new medical, the whole new health plan, the health plan that was going to replace Obamacare. We had that in 2 weeks. 2 weeks ain't got here yet. Y'all never held him accountable for any of those things that he never stood up to. He never came through with. Y'all kept giving him a clean slate. And now that he's got everything he needs and has no more use for you, he doesn't have to waste his time faking the funk. He can really tell you how he feel now. And now, you're stupid. You were forewarned. You had all the opportunities to wake up and see what was right before your eyes. All the information that's coming out about Epstein now has been coming out since 2000, way before 2016. It has always been out there. You just refuse to see it. And now you know why. Because he refuses to let this stuff out, because he knows who's all up in there. So I'm going to get out of here and let y'all marinate on that. I just got to get one question in before I leave, though. I just have one little question. Mega! Is it great again yet? Asking for a friend.
Like, seriously, lovelies. Now, most of these MAGA supporters are beginning to see that what they actually voted for and who actually promised them heaven on earth does not even care about them anymore. Like, this is the situation whereby they said, just go ahead and do whatever you so please, because I do not give a damn about you. So this still list of a thing is something that has actually been going viral for a very long time, and it's been on the, on the social platform. People are reacting to the fact that, especially MAGA supporters, they're reacting to the fact that this man actually promised them that when they let him into the office, that he was going to release the list that the former administration refused to release and expose all of the, you know, people in the list. I was so shocked to come across so many MAGA supporters that actually stated that they voted for, or they voted the way at which they voted because they thought he was going to fulfill his promises. One of his campaign promises. Somebody was like, she could remember vividly well that he promised he was going to release a list, he was going to do this, he was going to do that. Like, that was the reason why she voted the way she did. You know, so many of these MAGA supporters actually thought that the other administration not releasing the list, you know, they were doing it for their own gain, or maybe they are probably inside, or maybe their names are inside the list. But now, the Almighty, you know, actually said that, fuck off. We don't care. Nothing ever existed. Like, the worst part is that these people claim that nothing existed, nothing like the list existed. So what are they voting for? What is it that they are voting for? I don't blame Orange Man for trying to use some kind of word for this MAGA supporters, his followers. Like, oh my goodness, they are just so easily to be deceived. So many of them, when I see them ranting on the social platform, I was like, how can you, are they just lying or just trying to make things up, or they're just being totally ignorant? How can you even believe someone that has, you know, someone that is known for, just imagine how he treated Elon Musk. Imagine how he treated Elon Musk. What makes you think that he can treat someone else lesser or even higher? Like, Elon Musk practically was his number one during his campaign. He was using all of the means. Like, this man was dragged on the space of social platform because of Orange Man. This man nearly lost his the richest man in the world title because of Orange Man. And you think Orange Man cares? He's even talking about deporting him back to South Africa. This is the same man you think that he is doing something for you. Someone that is as selfish as he doesn't care. Like, I don't blame him. Like, I don't even blame Orange Man because this man is actually doing what he has promised. He's doing, like, most of these people like complaining, especially MAGA, you know, supporters, is doing exactly what he claimed he's going to do. Like, I think I'm just gonna not even want to look into this FAFO anymore, because at the end of the day, nobody is going to, you know, take him out from whatever position that he is right now. Nobody is, you know, going to take his place. He's practically going to complete his tenure, and nobody's going to impeach him. Like, this man is just going to do his thing, and everybody should just move on and look forward for a better option next time. Especially people who are feeling so disappointed and so down. You know, I think that is just the best thing to do. Rather than wallowing, crying, feeling disappointed, looking for togetherness here and there. Not like, I think this is the time for people to sit down, reflect, and know exactly what they want and try to be a better version of themselves. This is the time at which, if you want to be together right now, do things in together way, this is the right time. Seriously, instead of all of this. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please, lovelies, if you're not subscribed to this channel up to this extent, do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload the next one. Community purposes. So, lovelies, I actually have a backup channel, Building the Verse. Check it out, subscribe, and I will see you, lovelies, when I upload my next video. And lastly, shout out to all of the people that stitched their videos. I actually left their watermarks, and I'm also trying as much as I can to put all of their handles on my comment section. And I will see you when I upload the next one.